Hey people, welcome back to my channel, and it's post-match review of match day 15 of the Premier League. Now, some results I must say I am quite disappointed in, and some maybe expected, and maybe others I was in between. One of the games that I would definitely say I was disappointed in was Arsenal not beating Aston Villa. Now, don't forget that Aston Villa has been on a 8-game winning streak. Like literally, especially in the Premier League, they've won all 8 games leading to that game against Arsenal. And yes, they are playing at home. I expected that Mikel Arteta should have been able to at least get some sort of points against Aston Villa. Now, when I see Mikel Arteta, sometimes I struggle to understand what is his mindset. What are you trying to get this team to achieve? Because honestly, I've not seen a set of players aligned with a coach, like the way Arsenal players have aligned with Mikel Arteta in the last 4 years. They pick themselves up every season and they say, oh yes, we are going to win the title, and they start off the season well. Yes, they have struggled probably by December, January. They have injury issues and all that, but you would expect that with the signings that they've done, because if I'm to compare the summer transfer window of all these teams, I would say that Arsenal had the best summer transfer window that I think I've seen in a very long time. Signing Eze, somehow I just don't always get his name right, but signing Eze, signing Nkape, obviously adding to the squad Noni Madueke, you would expect that they are able to get over the line. I'm not discrediting the job that Unai Emery has done with Aston Villa, because he has done an excellent job, I must really say, and I must acknowledge. But the truth is, Arsenal knows that if for any reason they lost that game, you've given every other team behind you, the likes of Chelsea, the likes of Man City, even Liverpool, hope that they can still challenge you for the title. Now they've lost the game and they are now 2 points just ahead of Man City, who I must say put up a very good performance against Sunderland. But still talking about Arsenal, I feel like they just have to do better. You can't sign Eze, who I think is the best number 10 out there. Maybe if you want to compare him to the number 10s, apart from Cole Palmer, that would put up a competition against him. He's one of the best number 10s out there. You have Trossard. I don't want to even look at the fact that, oh yes, they are without Gabriel and Saliba, because I feel like Nkape, Calafiori, Mosquera, Lewis Kelly, they can get the job done. They have good players coming off the bench. So injuries should not be an excuse for a team that still wants to win a title. It shouldn't. And I think that was why they invested in Mosquera and in Nkape. But as I said, unfortunately they lost the game, and they lost against a very good side. Aston Villa played very well, especially in the first half. I think that goal just eased a bit of the pressure that they were on, even though it wasn't much. I think the pressure was just in the midfield. It wasn't in the final third. I don't think Martinez made any big save. I won't even lie about that. I don't think he had any save to make. But Raya made about 2-3 saves that I feel like if he didn't make those saves, there's a chance that Aston Villa would have won that game probably by 3-1 or something. But the good thing is it kept them to the very last minutes before Aston Villa got the second goal, and unfortunately they lost all 3 points. But hopefully it's a lesson learned for Mikel Arteta, and in their next game they're able to ensure that they get results. Now to Man City, who is steadily putting up a challenge against Arsenal. They won their game against Sunderland. It was a 3-0 win. And you cannot ask for a better time for Phil Foden to pick up form. Scoring 5 goals in the last 3 games, that is good. Really, really good. And I think he has had like maybe 2 assists or 3 assists. But him picking form this time of the season, Man City would just be so happy. And then Raya Cheki obviously coming back into the squad and scoring a goal also. Erling Haaland still scoring goals. Yeah, it's a good time. And don't forget that Man City, when they really want to put pressure on whoever it is that is above them on the league table, they know how to go on this winning streak of about 10 games, 15 games winning streak. That everyone is just like, ah. But I don't believe it's going to be the same thing this season, because they are really, really struggling defensively. Even though they didn't concede against this Sunderland side that I think that they've been so good this season, you know, picking up points against Arsenal, picking up points against Chelsea, picking up points against Liverpool. Yes, you will say Liverpool has struggled a little bit. Regardless, they've picked up points, not even in their own stadium, traveling all the way to Stamford Bridge, Anfield, and even Emirates. Picking up points in those stadiums is no joke. But Man City obviously beat them out the park, and they're obviously putting the pressure on Arsenal now to ensure that they win their next game, because if they don't and Man City wins their game, they go top of the league, and I think that is where it ends. That is where the title challenge honestly ends, because the moment Man City climbs top of the table, I don't know. I don't see Arsenal winning the title. I feel like they're the best team right now with the Premier League, looking at how good their bench is, even their first 11, how good they are. I still build them to win the title. But if for any reason they are not able to get at least 1 point in their next game, they've literally given Man City the title already. Because Liverpool, for me, I feel like they are in their own problems at the moment. But looking at even Liverpool right now, who are defending champions, they played out a 3-3 draw against Leeds United. Am I surprised? No. Because Leeds City or Leeds United are a very good team, especially when they play at home at Elland Road. They're a different team entirely. They give big teams problems. Trust me. Before Man City could get over the line against Leeds United, it wasn't a joke. Did you see what they did against Chelsea? Yeah. Leeds are so good, especially when they play at home. And the fact that even Liverpool were able to get a point in that game, I must say that they put up a very good performance. Considering that they've not lost in their last 3 games, they've had 1 win and 2 draws, I think it's an improvement. Now, a lot of people will say, oh yes, it's because Mohamed Salah did not start. I do agree with what the coach has done, sitting him on the bench. Honestly, since the beginning of the season, he hasn't played very well. So am I surprised that the coach is benching him? No, I'm not. Because the coach is also trying to get results. If he doesn't, his job is on the line. He's obviously going to be the one getting fired. So if he thinks that, you know what, let me sit Mohamed Salah down, let me try something different, and they're getting results, please, by all means, why not? Why not? And then to the final game, Crystal Palace getting 3 points away at Fulham. I must say it's a big result, because it then pushes Crystal Palace into the top 4. Now, the result, I did think it was going to end in a 2-2 draw, but Fulham were not able to do it. And Crystal Palace, traveled away with all 3 points. But looking at the table now, Arsenal are top of the table with 33 points. Man City are second with 31 points, obviously just 2 points between the both of them. And then Aston Villa are 30 points. And I do still think that Aston Villa are still going to drop points, later off in the season. It's just 15 games in. There's still about 23 games to be played. So some of the teams, even at the top, will still lose games. And I think even Chelsea, who have also lost points in their last 2 games, obviously is because their main guy, who I think has been one of their best players so far this season, Caicedo, obviously is missing in the games. So that you can tell has some sort of effect on the games and the results for Chelsea. But I still feel like there are still going to be ups and downs in the table, probably till maybe the 30th game of the season, and then we now start to see some sort of stability in some teams and some results. But anyways, those are my thoughts on match day 15 of the Premier League. Manchester United is still supposed to play their game on Monday against Wolves. However, Wolves is at home, so Manchester United have not done so well, especially in their Monday games, and it's so disappointing that it's just one game a week they play and somehow they still find it difficult to get results. They did get results in their last game. Hopefully they're able to make it back-to-back results. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the games played over the weekend. Don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Also put on your post notification button to get our latest video when they drop. But definitely follow us on all our social media handles at _official FSH on all social media platforms. Anyways, guys, until I come your way again, enjoy your week. Bye, guys.